Greetings and salutations. Welcome back to my stream. Billy Mays here, Twitch TV. Although I'm probably going to change it back to the 50-something gamer. I figured wrongly that people would be more easily finding my channel if they saw the Billy Mays here at Twitch TV. But believe it or not, most people didn't understand what the underscore TTV was. Except for in one particular game, which I'm not playing anymore, and that was Population 1. I stopped playing Population because you know what? They're cheaters. People are gonna call me a whiner, crybaby, whatever. Know what games with cheaters are. I'm not gonna say it, and I'm not gonna post it, and I'm gonna show it. I was showed the website where you can go to and pay $29.99 a month, and have the cheat. That was I saw that and I figured just like other games, right? I know it exists for CS:GO. I know it exists for Left 4 Dead. It exists for all the games because people can't help themselves. So I figure out I'll just overcome it like I do in other games. You know, just be better than the cheaters, right? What? No, that's not how it works. Sadly, now I'm trying to get my Microsoft or not Microsoft, excuse me, Facebook stream working. Might not be able to. Because I'm in Facebook jail on my personal account. Believe it or not. What? Yeah. They don't tell you why. Crazy, man. Like, yeah, well, are you saying something? We're not going to tell you what it was because then you'll be able to tell everybody what I told you not to say. Yeah. See, we got Simulator 1, 2, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Do we have 2020 listed? We do not. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. Save that. If you are seeing this on Facebook, feel free to go ahead and type in say hi, which I don't think anyone is though. But that's cool. Sending data to Facebook, but not working. I know it's been a while since we streamed and since we talked. But that's okay. We'll come back. Come back, right? Because some people are interested in flying, some people aren't. We'll get some old. Facebook's not working. Crazy. Well, it might save me some time and money because that's what we're paying Restream for. Facebook used to have the biggest problem. Always. Guess there's been a lot of changes to OBS and Twitch. We'll have to figure them out as we go as well. And there's going to be camera on and off depending on what's going on because we're going to be using. Let's see if you can see this. We are. And I'm not using a green screen. I have an RTX 3070 Ti video card, and I am using NVIDIA's broadcast software to give me the artificial green screen because that way I have a small office and I used to have to run and stuff. I have a hole, not a shower curtain, but across my room that I would have to get up, move the green screen when I left or whatever. So we're going to try this. And if it's too bad, say something in the comments. Give me a chat. Give me a clip. Anything says, yo, Billy Mays, I can't take it. It's too bad. It's not good enough. And I'll put the green screen back on. But I want to give the technology a try. It's there. We have it. We shoot it. Hey, Sir Isaac, thank you for the comment. Let me know. Because, believe it or not, you got me. You got me. Well, I'm not sure how good or bad this would look for now. But yeah, you got me. My watch went off like I was talking to it. Nothing. Cancel. Go away. Good name. Appreciate it. Funny. Don't forget to follow. I'm gonna do some flying tonight. I don't know if you came here because you like watching flying. We're gonna be using Microsoft Flight Simulator, and then we're going to go to VR. Now, what I was planning on doing was what I usually do. See, I'm taking lessons in the real world to fly. I'll pull up some video if you want. And yeah, it's great. I appreciate it. It's funny. Wait, if you did it on purpose or not, it's good. It's funny. I can't get mad at it. You know, especially small streamers. Like, oh my God, somebody's talking to me. Next thing you know, boom, 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 boom. She like change it to something like that looks like lights off, but isn't, or power off or something. Sir, I power off somehow. That would be great. So, yeah. So, I think what I'll do, what I wanted to do, is go through how I practice doing my checklists for real on the VR. There's big debate in the VR world, and I'll tell you, this is a true story and it's funny, and I'm sure I'll repeat it many times. My first flying lesson, we got to about 20 feet above the runway coming in, and I'm like, yo, you got this, right? And the instructor's like, nah, you got it. Go ahead. I'm like, no, I can't land this plane. First lesson. First one, right? Like, nah, man, you're on, you got it. And finally, like, we're getting close, and I'm like, yo, dude, you got to take it. He said, all right, he took it. And when I watched the video, I'm like, everybody that watched it with me said the same thing. They're saying, why didn't you land it? And I'm going to tell you, very simple. There's a big difference in the feel of pedals on a simulator and a real plane. I was very, very worried about it. I did land it the second time. After listening to everybody give me a hard time and busting my nuts and laughing at me, we landed the plane the second time. And it was good. You know, that instructor. So I was checking out schools, trying to decide which school I wanted to go to. And
wow.
Yeah, right. So I had a different instructor the second time. And this guy, I'm not going to say names, I'm going to say schools. He was fine. Nice guy. I always say hi to him when I see him on the flight line. 17,000 hours this instructor had in the air. And I bragged. I was like, yeah, I got this time on this flight simulator and blah, 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 blah. And he was like, uh-huh. Yeah, okay. One of them guys, right? Fly a flight simulator, thinks he can fly. I got you. Okay. Anyway, so we fly. And he's kind of let me do anything, you know. And do some figure eights, doing a good job, keeping it up, whatever. I was doing some stalls, having a good time. Came back, I landed the plane. He let me land the plane. He thought I was a little high, and he at the one time he was like, "All right, push the yoke down a little bit." But that's okay. I thought he was a little aggressive, but the man had 17,000 hours. Okay. So I landed the plane, drove the plane with the pedals, and when the lesson was over, I asked him, I said, how did I do? And he said, a lot better than I thought you would. So I don't know if that was an insult or what. Anyway, he told me this is why. He says, 17,000 hours teaching people to fly mostly is what he's done his whole career. Flew for some regionals, one of the big guys for a little while, but he liked the flexibility of being a CFI, a certified flight instructor. So he said guys that come in from the sims are, it does feel like a backhanding. Yeah. I think here's what he said. He said guys that come in from flight sims are needle chasers. Ah, made sense. A lot of the stuff he was telling me while we were flying was pick a point with the compass and the horizon on the windshield, or rivet on the windshield, whatever it is, line it up now, like when we were flying straight and level. And that's what he wanted. He didn't want me looking at the needles. And I eventually didn't choose his school because his school was I think what they refer to as an ATP, very expensive. Listen, there's a difference between cheap and expensive for no reason and well priced, fair price. It's not cheap. Getting your pilot's license is not cheap, but you can do it cheaper than other ways. Now, this school had 7 or 5 of the same planes. Beautiful, nice website. You can schedule. Beautiful school. Nothing to say about it. But their fees were just they went along with it. They had everything and they had every fee, and that's just the way there is. So there was another school that had a flat fee for X amount of hours. Boom, boom. Okay, that's scary. They didn't have a lot of planes. You don't know what's going to happen. So I went up with that guy twice. I said, okay, all right. I like the instructor. I'm going to take the risk. Plop down because they want you to pay half and half up front for that time. So you pay for 17 hours first, and then the other 23 hours or 26 hours after the first 17. Okay, fair enough. I understand wanting the money up front. That's the way it is. If you don't want to do it up front, you can pay a higher hourly rate. I wanted to discount, so we did that, and we're fine. I have some personal issues that happened that we won't discuss. That's put a delay in the actual going in the airplane for now. But the good news is I am doing my ground paperwork, and it's going to take a couple months, 2 months to clear it up. We'll discuss at a future date of what you need to get your pilot's license and what you should have in order before you start. Nothing bad, nothing in trouble or anything like that. It's just some things take some time that's out of your control. That's okay. We'll get our ground certificate and we'll keep going. But no, there's nothing to be sorry about. Here, look, you know what? Why don't we do this? Nothing to be sorry about. I'm old. That's part of the problem. I'm old. When you plan on flying, there's certain things that have to be right about you before you can fly. So, nothing to be mad about. And the good news is it can be taken care of and it can be fixed. So, that's all that really matters. Yeah, so if you want to be a commercial pilot, you're going to need better glass. I'll need glasses because I'm old. So, all right, let's do this. Sorry, creating this on the fly here. There we go. All right. Now some of these I got to go through. I got to edit some of these, and I have to. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. Let's find one. Yeah. So here we go. This is the first flight. Oh crap! Can you hear that? Is there sound on there? Too loud? There we go. Turn that down. Is that too loud? Let me know. So, all right, here we go. First flight. That's crazy. Back then, see that haze. They attributed that haze back then to the fires out west. I can see a little bit better than the cameras letting on that you can see. Mind you, I've already said to the instructor, hey, you got this, right? Already, probably twice. He's like, no, you're good. You're good. I have since bought an adapter to record the audio, the cockpit audio a little bit better. This video inspired me to get a haircut too, by the way. I didn't realize I was that shaggy. Shaggy, Saba. Saba. Alright, so. You got this, right? He's like, no, you're good. You got it. It's like, you're a little windy here. You got this, right? No, man. You're good. Yeah, man. You got this, right? You got to take this, right? No, you're good. Little, woo! Hey, pull up a little bit there. So he's still telling me to land the plane. I'm like, no, you got this. You got to have this. He's like, all right, I got it. So that, oh man, yeah. So, but I'll tell you what. You ever thought about it? Whether you want to do it for sure or not, and you want to fly a plane, you got these things. They're called discovery flights. Believe it or not, they're usually on Groupon of all places. For like $100, you can do a half hour where they'll probably talk to you a little bit, little bit of flight information, walk around the plane, show you some stuff, then you go fly. They'll let you fly, and then if you pay usually about $200, you'll get an hour of flying for your discovery flight. And the good news is, if you do decide to pursue a pilot's license, that hour goes on your logbook and stays there. Counts towards your time. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's do what I want to do here. We'll pick the actual airport that I take off from. Microsoft Flight Sim needs a lot of help. It really does. Like, I should be able to set favorite airport. It doesn't. I've logged out correctly the last 800,000 times, but it still doesn't put the Northeast in there. I don't know why. So also see where all these planes are. That's the actual picture of the ramp. This plane here looks like the plane that I actually fly, but all the dots are over here. But we'll just pick one of this. All right. No airport to go to per se. Could I ask what it says you're viewing me on Twitch? Is that accurate on Twitch? How did you find me? How did you see my channel on Twitch? Have you seen me before when I was doing Left 4 Dead or something like that? Okay. Well, welcome back. Thank you. Do you have a VR system? God, this looks good. Oh, really? Well, thank you. Oh, that's funny.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Do you do flight sims, or do you just play like Pop One and Pavlov, stuff like that? Sim X, yeah, I'm gonna tell you the last time I actually did flight sims was 2002, 2003, and I used to use a software called Fly, which this is going to sound crazy. So 2003, Fly had all the features that Microsoft has now. It did. It was a great flight simulator. All the radios worked, all the dials worked, the GPSs, which were nothing like they are now. They were like mostly non-existent. And the planes that did have the text-based ones, they worked. You pushed the button, everything in the cockpit worked. Very little didn't. You could import your own scenery. Uh, which at the time you could go to the USGS and download their stuff and import it and convert it and import it, stuff like that. It was pretty neat. Um, Nothing. I mean, now. All right, so we need to. How about flying? You ever fly? Wow, yeah, they're nice. I was a. It's funny that you say that. Um, I was a Navy corpsman. Yeah, cool. Uh, I'm trying to bring up the checklist for you here. So you can follow along and see, and you're gonna ah something I knew I liked about you, other than the fact that you got me good. So we're gonna go through. I'm gonna do this in such a manner that you can follow along to see what I do before I fly. So this isn't 100% exact, but it's very close to the route. This is for a Cherokee. I'm flying. Yeah, I'm flying Cherokee. Yeah, yeah. So, but there's some differences between what my flight instructor and his owner has and what this has, but they're the same. They'll make no difference. No, not one, one's not safer or the other. And I kind of do this in 2D because it's too much back and forth with the cameras that get all funky. With yeah, man, yeah, correct. It's true. But this, why don't we give it some scatter cloud? There we go. That looks nice. Okay. So we do have to be in the plane first. All right, so I would go there. I would climb up on the wing. I would open the door, and this is what I would start with. Hobbs and attack. Now the layout isn't exactly the same, but it's very close. It's actually a lot easier to navigate in VR. So I've only flown this plane 7 hours since I bought it. Okay. So I would write that down on there's a clip that we would write that down on. Okay, that has been so noted. Come down here, and in this pocket, we'll have the arrow is the documentation, airworthiness certificate, the registration, the pilot handbook, and the weights and balances. Ignition master off. Now. I'll point to it on the screen, but I have the Logitech panel here that I use. So, all right, master avionic. Okay, where are we at? Ignition and master are off. Yes. Okay. All electricals off. Trim tab, neutral position. It's right here. It's kind of hard to see. But there we go. I could do it this way, I guess. All right. VR, I can lean over the seat and see it, which is pretty damn cool. Real cool. All right. Master on. Clear the area. So you want to make sure that no one's around in case the prop goes off. Just look. Okay, we're good. All right. So turn the master on. Fuel gauge. They go up. Okay. Why is the pump on? Nobody turned you on. Yeah, I don't have the pump on my switches. All right. But did you hear the sound? Here, let's turn it back on. Listen to this. I'll turn it up so you hear it a little bit. That's what it sounds like for real. That's literally what it sounds like in a plane. That's how awesome this plane is. Third-party plane. Flaps, fold down. Right? Yeah, man. It sounds like a pump, a little electric pump, and that's exactly what it sounds like in the plane. They nailed that. Lights. So now I would turn the lights on. We would have beacon nav lights, strobe lights. Uh-oh. Did I lose battery? Turn the lights on to go outside, and then I would go around the plane, see that they were all working. Yep. Yep. See the landing lights on. Yep. Now, in my plane, there is no stall warning, so I have to look on this dash here. I have to flip the little tab that should be here. Yeah, right there. See that little tab? I have to flip that little tab and see the light over here because it's a light that comes on when you stall, not a, that's on. Okay. So turn everything off. Turn it all off. All right. Fuel selector set on the fuller tank. That was the right one. All right. Now, exterior check. All right. Once again, I want to say hi to anyone that's watching this video live or as it was recorded, either on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch. I am the 50-something gamer, otherwise known as Billy Mays here as a gamer tag. And what we're doing right now is the pre-flight checks for the plane. Now, I am a aspiring student pilot, and I fly this plane, the Cherokee. This is a Warrior. It's very similar. Um, and when I take my lessons. So what I'm doing right now is what I do every time I use my flight simulator. I pretend like it's a real deal, and I go through my checks and I do everything you're supposed to do. It's a good habit. This is how you turn a flight simulator from a game into a tool. So we want to use it as a tool, and I have the checklist for this plane, and it's very similar to the checklist I use for my plane. We're gonna go ahead and continue here. And again, thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, hate speech, whatever you want to say. Hey, dude, you suck. Whatever. I don't care. Sometimes bad feedback is better than no feedback. All right. So outside, we start at the right of the plane. Right flap. So at this point, I would come to here, and I would look all inside of here where the connectors are. And if there's little turnbuckles, make sure they're good. Make sure all the bolts are good and attached, and there's no breaks or splits or anything like that in there. Okay. And then I repeat with the airline. Uh-oh. Why is my yoke not working? Not good. There you go. Okay. Right wing. Look at the whole wing. Make sure there's no problems with the wings. Top, bottom, underneath. Right, fuel tank. Then we would open up. It actually would open up this. Now, I believe in Microsoft, not Microsoft, in X-Plane, you can do that, I believe. So we would open up the tank. So what I said earlier is you never trust a fuel gauge. But we would open up the tank and physically look and see what fuel is in there. And we would also check with a little tube the color and make sure there's no water or anything in the fuel itself. Do all of that. And we would make sure that all the stuff underneath here is clear and there's nothing blocking it for the. So we could take the tie downs off. There's a way to do that in this software. We'll take the tie downs and the chocks off now. Okay. Fuel vent, fuel sump. The sump is when you take the little tube and check the fuel. Right strut, we would look and see how it looks. So I guess I'd have to do this. I don't know how you do it with the fairings on because I don't have them on our plane. So I look at the strut, make sure it's not broke, no leakage coming out. I'm a mechanic, so I would understand what a strut looks like when it fails probably better than someone else. No fluid, not sagging or hanging down. Look at the brake, make sure the brakes look good. There's no chips, no excessive dust, etc. Tires looks inflated. No flat tires or anything like that. Good. Then we would go to engine oil. We would open this cowling here and check the oil. Spark plug wires. We would look at the spark plugs, make sure they're connected. And actually, the funny thing is, inside this plane, it has the spark plugs have what's called a witness mark. So a witness mark is, let's say, I'll show you. So we have two pieces that are bolted together like so. And I would take a marker and I would put a line across it like this. And then that way, if that line isn't marked up on the two pieces, then I knew something came loose or even tighter, but loose. It moved from the way that the A&P mechanic set it, which would be a problem, which was nice. I don't know who that mechanic was, but I take my hat off to him for using witness marks. All right, fuel leaks. Don't see any or smell any fuel leaks. We're good to go there. All right, so now to exterior check continued. So from the right, we go to the front of the plane. Cowl and prop. Check the prop. Looking for nicks, sticks, scrapes, cracks, holes, whatever in the prop. If you got big nicks in it, you have to let someone know. You have to get the mechanic to come over and fix them. Alternator belt. You can look inside and see the alternator belt. Now, I was always taught you never put your fingers where you wouldn't put your never put your fingers where you wouldn't put your privates. So I look in there, take my pen, push on the belt, make sure it's not loose. Just give it a shot, test it with that. Come over here, you can see the air intake. Make sure there's nothing clogging it. If a plane is sat for a while, it could be bird nests, bee nests, wasp nests, just any debris. Someone could have walked by and stuffed a dirty rag in there. I don't know. You don't know. You're going to be flying the plane, so you want to know because these engines are air cooled. They're not water cooled like your car. They're air cooled, so the air has to flow and it has to flow enough. Landing light we saw earlier, it was on, but the physical look up close now, there's no nicks, breaks, cracks, chips missing, nothing like that. It's good. Nose gear, same thing, looks good. No leaks, no fluid. Back supports in there, everything looks good. All right. Hydraulic fluid, that is in this area here. We would open this up and it would be up in here and we would look at the reservoir and make sure it had Engine sump, that was underneath here. Same thing for the wings. You put your tube under there, push up, put some fluid in your little tube, hold it up, make sure it's the right color, and there's no water or debris in there. Windshield, make sure the windshield's clean. Now's the time to clean it. You notice there's no windshield wiper. Let's see. Left fuel tank. Now we would perform the same things we did on the right. We would check it and make sure that physically open it up and make sure that there's fuel in there. Stall warning, like I said earlier, we go ahead and we flip that little switch and look in there for the light. Also, you want to look in there, make sure there's nothing stopping it from moving freely. Touch it lightly and see, make sure it moves freely. Left sump, we will go ahead and go underneath the plane and sump the fuel out and look at it again, same as we would for the other two. Looking at the color, clarity, water, debris, etc. Left strut. Well, if I can get my mouse to work, there we go. We look underneath. Sure that the strut is working and all is good. We want to look at the pivot tube, make sure that it's not blocked, and that's on the back side of here. Or no, that's static. In the front here is a pivot tube, in the back is static detector. Left wing, check, make sure we're good there. Same thing, nothing broken, nothing missing. Tie downs are done. The lights we checked when we walked around, and then the airline. We're gonna look at the airline, make sure the airline's good. Go look for the bolts and the turnbuckles, make sure they're attached. Left flat, same thing. Left fuselage, I see nothing wrong with the side of the plane. It looks good. Vertical stabilizer, come around to the back. We're going to visually observe it, look at it. There's a big sign on mine that says "Do not push." So we'll pretend it's the same one. We won't push. The lights we checked. Anti-servo, rudder. We'll check in the plane, but I'll do it now since we're here. Okay. Tail tie down we took off. Right fuel fuselage. Good. And then the antennas are our plane is trying to get that. That's the ELT, emergency location transmitter. That's where that is. Oof. You can see we're doing this in a video game fast, and it still takes time. So the idea that you're just going to run out there, jump in your plane, and go, that's something else. The tow bar. Yep, yep. All right. In the plane now. Everything's set. Gonna have a passenger briefing. Someone's flying. Gonna tell them what's going to happen. We're gonna taxi out to the runway. We're gonna take off. We're gonna fly. We're gonna do some pattern work. You're gonna have your seatbelt on at all time. Um, Door. You pull this latch and flip that button. Get here. In case you need to get out, because you're the pilot in the left seat. There's only one door, so you have to explain. Yep, there's a latch you take off, and then you open the door. You hit this latch first. Fire extinguisher is under my seat here. If there's a fire, if you get sick, need to get sick, let me know as soon as possible. Sterile cockpit, when we're doing takeoffs, landings, being directed by air traffic control, or if I ever ask you, please hold on for now your conversation. Don't talk, because it's important that we're paying attention to what's going on with the plane. And then most people everybody I fly with now is an instructor or someone is a pilot that knows how to take over the plane. So we would talk about who has control. How do we know someone has control? Now say it's your plane. He'll say my plane. I say your plane. That's it. He'll say your plane. I say my plane. He'll say your plane. That's it. And there is no arguing. Parking brake, set. Fuel selector on fuller tank, set. Flaps up. Okay. Flaps are now up. Trim, neutral. That's here. Neutral. Okay. All electric switches are off. Yep, 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 yep. Mixture control, rich. This is your mixture control handle. Put it up to rich. Throttle open 1/4. Okay. Carb heat cold. Okay. Prime engine with throttle if necessary. It's not necessary. Carb heat cold. Call clear. So we're up. Put the little window down. And open. All right, it's a third-party application, this plane, so it doesn't seem to be working. So we'll let it be, pretend like I opened it. Yeah. All right, clear prop. Loud. Now, something else, the Logitech doesn't work. I could turn it here. Oh, we got to finish the checklist. Master switch on. Electric fuel pump on. Beacon on. Ignition switch start. So here we go. It won't start this way. I have to use this. There we go. Okay. I'm going to take this back to idle. Oil pressure. Look, oil pressure is good. Mixture lean. It's good. Avionics on. All right, so I have to do this because the plane doesn't work quite right. So, forgive me.
Ready for takeoff select.
Sorry, I have to do it because it doesn't, the avionics don't come on quite right. Why? But the avionics button is over here, underneath here. You can see it in VR. If you are watching and you know how to go over to the side to look, let me know. I'd be interested in knowing. All right. Transponder on standby. So, I use VATSIM. VATSIM is software that gives me real ATC, believe it or not, while you're flying by volunteers. It's a great program. Some people want to be sim pilots. Some people want to be sim ATC controllers, air traffic controllers. So it works out great. They do it. And they got a very serious program, and they're very good, and they volunteer their time to make my flying more realistic. And to them guys, me using it is volunteering my time for them to feel more realistic. I do understand that some people that are training or aspiring to be air traffic controllers for a living in real life like to use it as practice. I understand that some people are total amateurs and do it just because they want to. That's great. That's good. Everybody wins. So because of that, we set this to all altitude and 1200. Okay. Taxi lights. So we don't need landings during the day. So do a brake check. take the brake off, start to roll forward, apply the brakes, put the brake in. We're good. All right. So now we can taxi to the ramp. So before we taxi to the ramp, what I actually would do would be pull up. This is a great resource. I don't. Called Sky Vector. KPNE is the airport. I could click here. It's gonna give me all the information I need for the airport. ATIS 1215. So I would set the rate. Oops. I would set the radio over to that. See, this is 121. This doesn't work well with the Logitech stack. 1.5, but we're okay. So what I usually would do just to overcome this. There we go. I'll put this in. It's not too far-fetched that a plane I fly would have this GPS in there anyway, so it's okay. Usually, we have a analog stacks. We don't have the GPS like this. But all right, so 121.5 is the ATIS. All right. Why am I? 120. Oh, 121.15. Excuse me. This is just a testament at how well the Microsoft works and accurate it can be. 21.15. Yep, okay. So this goes to 3 numbers, but mine always sees 1, 2. I think I know what this is. 121.15. Yeah. Yes. It's not working. Probably because screwed around with this crap. Don't want ATC. God damn it! I bet they're calling the ATIS ATC. How much you want to bet? No, they are. Why don't we do this? Let's zoom. I'm gonna pull up VATSIM. Connect to it and use their ATIS. I don't know. Kidding me? Microsoft Flight Sim? Apparently not. So if you look, there aren't a lot of people online right now on doing VetSim, and 8:30 Sunday. That's understandable. Like I said, they're all volunteers. So we're gonna pretend like we got the ATIS. We're gonna leave that at 29.98. We're gonna use say 33 is the takeoff runway, and fine, good to go. All right. And we're gonna be ready to taxi. Which I'm gonna put my VR down. Seeing. Really? Oculus. I promise I tested it. But this is also my first time streaming with these settings, so I might have to dial them down a little. Oh, copy for. Seeing some. Go back to oh, this mode here for the next part of the flight for the checklist. There we go. Engine run up. Nose gear straight. Up. Down. If it wasn't straight, the pedals would be like this or like this. Parking brake on. Throttle is idle. Cabin door is closed and locked. Seatbelts we would have them on. Flight controls check. So there's thumbs up, right? Thumbs up method. Turn. Out this way. And my thumb's pointing to the one that's going to go up. Pull back. Better view here. You do what they call a box on the flight controls. Pull back. Go to the right. Push down. Everything moves the way it's supposed to be. That's good. Trim tab, we're neutral, set for takeoff if your plane requires something like that. This plane actually does. You need a little bit on there. Fuel selector on the fuller tank. Look, see, change it. I didn't change it. Change it. Not change it. Let's see if that was on here. It should have been. That on? That's on. That's off. Huh. Either way, okay. Okay. Well, we'll just let that be. All right. Flight instruments check. Airspeed. Artificial horizon. Altimeter. Turn coordinator. Headings. I'll do that on the runway. Vertical speed indicator. Okay. Radio set for frequencies for this airport. Oh. Look at the VAT sim, but it doesn't matter because they're off. So I would look at my chart that I have everything on for my knee board, and we would set them. I think it's like 26.9, 126.9. So. It's 125.9. Not sure. Fuel pump off. Throttle 2,000. All right. Here we go. All right. Now we're going to check the left and right and left magnetos. Make sure that they're working. I'm looking for a drop in RPMs between 75 and 150. Right one first. Good. Back to both. Now left. Drop. Between 75 and 150. Good. Go back to both. Now the next drop we want to see is carb heat. Not you. You. Carb heat on. Drops. Good. Put it back up. Meter. Yep. It's positive. Good. Suction gauge. Between 5 and 6. We're good. Oh. Engine instruments. Everything's in the green. Okay. Throttle back to idle. Okay. That got us, we're through that. There. Alright. Now, we can pull up. I'll try it without putting the headgear on first for now. A little strange for me that way, but we'll be alright. Not you. And remember, when you're doing your lessons, all of this is time, buddy. Every 15 minutes, $50. That's the best part, right? So how long have we been doing this? Anyone got a timer on it? I overshot a little in 2D, not VR. So, for takeoff, Ulrich, Ulrich, transponder, switch to altitudes, switch to altitude. Throttle friction lock. It's on the side here. We're good. Flaps 10%. We don't need. We're on a hard runway here. Plus the plane I fly is modified. You know what? Since we're not. Okay. Landing strobes, directional gyro. Here we go. So, what we got? So what? What? Tell me I can't set this in this plane? Really? Wow. All right. Power clearance, if applicable, it would be. Takeoff, throttle, carb, throttle full, carb cold, rotate 45 to 50. Electric fuel pump off. So where did it say to turn the fuel pump back on? Ah, there it did. Okay. All right. Here we go. Gonna put the helmet on. Probably a little high. Alright, so I need to go to the left a little bit. So let's. There we go. Now, there we go. That looks about right. All right. There we go. All right. Ready for takeoff. You seen all these names? That's because I have the multiplayer turned on. You see your name, give a shout out. Let us know. Hey, that was me. But as I look around, most of all the settings are on high. So it looks really good to me. I hope it looks good for you. That'll end at about 2,500 here. So cruise checklist 2,500 max RPM, lean above 3,000, fuel tanks alternate every 45 minutes. So timer. Hey, pay attention where you're going so you don't crash and die. That would happen in a real plane. Unless you're really screwing up. Alright. Let's get set. So Microsoft Flight Sim uses Bing. To populate its world. Today I'm getting a little stuttering. I don't know if you can see it, that I wasn't getting the other day. I don't know if you see it. But I definitely do. So let's see if we can adjust it. Yeah. Now, something they changed in the last patch that hopefully they're going to fix in this one is I should be seeing the city of Philadelphia skyline by now, and I don't. So it's not being rendered because I'm not close enough to it. But it should be there. I guess I'm streaming and such, and we're going to have to really try to figure out what's going on there. And I'm wondering if doing the streaming at the same time might be causing these issues. I don't think so, but it's possible. All right, let's check again. I know this is a little high. Alright, so we're coming back in for a landing. And we're going to want to do seat gumps. Pre-landing check. Tune, get to ATIS. Philadelphia Northeast Airport. This is November 26 Romeo Papa. Information Alpha. Vertical land. B3. Yep. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, good to go. Seat belts. Fuel selector on the forward tank. Yep. Yep. Okay. Bringing up more of the checklist here. Fuel mixture is rich. Fuel pump on. Landing light on. Landing. Seat gumps. So, carb heat. Get the right direction here. Gas. We have enough gas to go around. I'm on the right gas tank. Yep. Undercarriage. This is does not have retractable landing gear. Mixture is full. Props are good. Power is at 1800 RPMs. And then switches and seatbelts. We don't need a landing light on. Can't tell. Put that one on. Alright. 10% flat. We're in the arc. Under the arc. Able to do flaps. Very important. Alright. Second notch of flap. Great, man. I mean, I should put a video side by side of the actual landing and the VR because it looks really good in VR. So now we're going to go ahead and turn base. Not much talking right now. Remember the sterile cockpit. And fine. Gonna give it the last bit of flap. Hey, if we could only do that on a rail plane. All right. God, I got to turn these vehicles off. We'll turn down mixture. Ooh. Move over to, we'll go back to 2D. And laps retracted. And set to neutral, transponder, set to standby. Okay. All right. So, total time of flight 10 minutes. But I know we've been working longer than 10 minutes. No question about it. You see how that works? How much time it actually takes. But I don't. All right. So there's one thing I don't understand about Twitch. Someone can help. Hold on 1 second. All right. Much better. Olden days to have chat rooms. Go in stream. But god dang, did we host some chat rooms? I'll talk. Who, AOL. Oh, I already did, didn't I? But so I used to be able to see when someone joined on the side. Like say hello to that person in person by name as they did. Doesn't exist in Twitch. The simplest, easiest thing for any streamer. You can turn it off and on if you wanted to. See when somebody comes into your channel. I know. Terrible. If someone comes in, if they don't say hi, I don't know they exist. I don't see them. I don't know they're there. Um, Sadly. Now, if someone doesn't, if someone wants to be anonymous when they go in their room, they should be able to do that. Click a thing and say they're anonymous. But I think the majority of people, correct me if I'm wrong, leave it in the chat, type in text, whatever it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think a majority of people seriously would want to be acknowledged when they come into a room. Wrong? I don't think so. I've said this before, saying it again. Why doesn't Twitch have that basic thing? Checking my streams up right now. We're going to log on to Discord. I don't think I'm going to have Discord on the stream, but I have friends that I hang out with. We're going to see if any of them are around. And if they are, we're going to see what they're doing. Yes, you can find me on Twitch. You can find me on Facebook. Find me on YouTube. 50-something gamer. Find me. We're just doing a little advertisement here. Wonder how that's going to hit the stream. Even on Discord at the same time. I don't know. Definitely something that's will be interesting to find out. Maybe not. And then, of course, you run the risk that if you post your channel and advertise it somewhere, get away from me, shill. Why are you shilling? You're right. You caught me. Why am I advertising, streaming, hoping that someone finds me because they're not going to find me in Twitch? However, someone told me about the nobody.live. I don't know if that was kind of like a backhanded comment, wasn't it? Streams with nobody watching. Huh. He said that's where he found me. Number one. Number one. Oh, okay. So it's like a chat roulette. Interesting. Interesting. Well, sir, not gonna say the full name because it got me with Siri earlier. Appreciate it. Glad you stopped by. Sad to see you had went. So as I was saying, so it looks like someone is watching now new. I don't know who you are. I can't tell who you are. It's one of the worst things about Twitch, YouTube, and or Facebook is if someone joins your room, you don't know. You just see the number go up, and I would like to say hi. Thanks for coming in. So I have to wait for you to say hi, watching your stream, in order to call you by your name, which I think's terrible. Way back in the old days, the chat rooms would say your name when you came in. You could see it in the side even. Twitch doesn't do that. So if you did join the channel, I appreciate it. I'm glad to see you. How are you doing? This is where I am a student pilot, but I also use Microsoft Flight Simulator as a tool. And as a game, I do play around with it. We're not just serious. Like we just did a flight where I went through my checklist and all that stuff in Microsoft VR on the closest to the real plane I can get. Like I don't have a Cherokee, so I use the Warrior. Same plane. Does the same thing. So
Wow.
but yes, we love it if you say hi. Love to talk to you. Find out where you're from, what you do. Do you fly? Do you fly Microsoft Flight Sim? Do you have a flight you would like to do? I live in Philadelphia. I love flying from Philadelphia to shore points. Like picking shore points and flying up and down the shore. Find it. No, all right. So we're gonna have to go over to Sky Vector and check it out. See if we can find it. Wildwood doesn't have an airport. All right. Well, we can go Ocean City. 26 November. Got somewhere else you'd like to go to? Let me know. PFR. Who knew? Turn off my VAT sim. Find it. We're gonna disconnect because nobody's on anyway. Well, see, I want the ATC, but I don't want to automatically do it.
Ready for takeoff selected.
Cedar Lake. One 152. And so let's see if we're all right. So we're gonna go into the VR headset now, and I'm gonna try to see if I can make my chat static in the VR, like it's like so that way I can fly and see when people are talking. Because the only other alternative is to do the voice to text, and I'd rather not because I think that's annoying for everybody. And I watch VR streamers and I hear the robot voice. So and so has donated $2, and it's like, all right, good for you. Glad you donated money, but I hate the voice to text. So hopefully we get this. Also, again, if you are stopping by, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook does not tell me if you entered, so I can't say, hey, thanks for stopping by, so and so. So don't feel slighted if I haven't said hi. Did pop in. If you would like me to say hi, I would love to say hi. Just type something in chat. Hey, idiot, your screen looks terrible. Why are you using NVIDIA broadcast instead of a green screen? You know, whatever you want to say, I'm happy to discuss with you. In 1 second here, we're going to go into VR and do some stuff to make sure it works. Really? So it was working, and now it's not. Good job, Oculus. We have changed nothing. Normally, I would have cut screen down. There we go. Okay. Took a little while to wake up. Is that what happened? Except I don't see anything. Working. Let's see if we can find. Okay. Add a desktop panel. Want to add. Wow. So that doesn't show up. I guess we'll use this. That sucks, because if someone... Let's try this. Yeah, get started now. Yeah, we're already part of this, brother. Yeah. Got... Open in browser. New. Oh, that's not what we want. Okay. Reduce or good. And pin it. Oh yeah, that's right. Here's what we can do. There we go. Where will we pin it? Up top? See how that looks. There it is. I gotta put that there. Try that. Okay. All right. That'll probably work. So that means is I can see you if you chat. So, but everybody else is gonna be like, "Oh my God, you're looking at the air." Funky. Look at the ceiling constantly. Yeah. Woo! So I can see chat while flying at the same time. That's good. I just need people to chat, right? There's a lot of people online. But here's a problem I have with Microsoft Flight Sim. Speak up if you agree or disagree. How come they ain't figured out voice chat yet? Seriously. How come they haven't figured out voice chat yet? You know, in a game that has radios. Someone let me know. If you're watching on video or live, type in, say hi. Are you a real pilot, student pilot, sim pilot? What do you do? Very interested in knowing. Something you don't like, something you do like, something you want to see, let us know. That shaking's back, and I don't like it. Gone for so long. Now it's back. Not paying attention while I'm talking about the shaking in the VR. Not talking about the shaking in the plane. Come on. $25. Of course, I think we're going to have to climb. Get out of the clouds. I take it Microsoft's gonna have flying races next patch. Wonder how. I think so. The problem I was talking about earlier, there was a software I used like 2003, 2004 for a flight sim. It was pretty damn good. It's called Fly. Um, you could download planes. I mean, I don't. I think there was people that sold 737s and such. There were some serious simmers that bought that stuff. But for the majority of the planes, for the general aviation planes, they were all pretty much free. Scenery you could download was free, but the scenery then was like satellite pictures from like really high up. You could see, okay, that's a populated area, that's a city, etc., etc. But you couldn't see like not like this. I mean, this models the actual building. Crazy. Neat. Good. So it made VFR a little. It worked, but it was a little tougher than it is now. So. A little high. Work on the mystery bit here. Oh, buddy went that way. But first, I thought this was everybody's Discord names with their name and number, but then, you know, Microsoft Play, on Xbox name. Oh. No. So I don't know. Is the Microsoft Flight Sim cross-platform with? Good God, Sim. Definitely a performance drop this high. Alright, start leveling out. I'm sure we're violating airspace rules all over the place here. I mean, if you're watching, I have Neo fly. You know, you gotta fly missions and stuff. Let me know if that's something that we'll start showing that too. Type it in the comments. I don't know how much excitement Flight Simming can generate. Try. Alright. Oops. Hello. It's actually easier set to trim in a real plane. Hello. 5 and Lulu's toxins. Had to fix it on the fly. Sorry about that. Okay. Again, thanks for watching Billy Mays here, Twitch TV, otherwise known as a 50-something gamer. We are playing a little bit here. We're not necessarily doing a flight sim, but we're just taking a nice leisurely trip to Jersey Shore, VOR, CN. I think we finally got her trimmed out here. Wrong window. She's gonna pull me left. But I am trying to figure out. I guess cruising. We're gonna speed. It's a rental. Hey, we're not over the red line. We're okay. Gotta trim it out for the full speed here. like a rain cloud. Hello, player 9404805516. Oh, greetings and salutations if you are watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. This is Billy Mays here, also known as the 50-something gamer. Tonight we are doing some Microsoft Flight Sim. I'm currently right now from Philadelphia Northeast, KPNE, to Ocean City, New Jersey, November 26. Nothing serious about this flight, just chilling, taking this one easy, having a little fun. Using the VORs to know where we're at, because we got a little bit of clouds going on here. Where the hell's my mouse? Trying to stay above the clouds. I'm currently flying a Warrior, a Piper Warrior. I take flying lessons when I can. And a Cherokee that's very similar to this plane. This plane doesn't have the performance that the Cherokee has, but the Cherokee I fly has upgraded. So. But I'm glad that you stopped by to say hi. Sadly, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook does not notify you when someone enters chat and room or starts watching, and they don't tell you who you are. So, welcome. If you want to say hi and have a hi said back to you, I do have chat available to VR. I can see you. It's not voice, text to voice. Nobody will hear it. So say hi. No, where you from? You fly yourself? You're flying? Been piloting? Care to hear a story? Let me know. I think 8,000 might keep us out of the clouds. I keep looking down here because that's where my chat is. You can't see the chat that I can. So I guess I ought to create an overlay. Oh boy, I'm going to have to add that. So I haven't streamed in a while, and when I was streaming, I wasn't showing chat or anything like that because I was streaming Population 1. A lot of action, a lot of playing, little bit of talking. But you know what? Nobody watched it. Nobody watched it. Population 1, VR, first-person shooter, Fortnite VR, whatever you want to call it. Top streamers of the entire game had 10 to 20 viewers at a time. Maybe topped out at 50. Maybe, I don't think so. Possibly. So it's like, all right. So I streamed Left 4 Dead. I had more viewers streaming Left 4 Dead 2. What's that, 12 years old? 2012 it came out? A game that's almost 10 years old had more viewers than a brand new VR game? I mean, seriously. What are you supposed to make it at? And then I've been just too much cheating in this. This ain't worth my time. I'm investing all this time and money playing this game, and money. Yeah, I like skins. So, well, it sucked. Then December, quit cigarettes, quit smoking. In March, April, May, June/July, I realized, okay, I'm done. I'm not smoking anymore. Been long enough I haven't had a cigarette. I'm going to reward this. And I've always wanted to be a pilot. So the way I rewarded myself, I quit smoking or I started taking pilot. And let me tell you, there's a lot of challenges. Not just learning how to fly. There's a lot of stuff I have to overcome. We're working on it. Some external things have happened as well. But it's okay. We will get there. Some FAA medical issues that some of my age has that have to be verified and taken care of. But there's nothing that says I can't fly. I have to do all their stuff. What we'll do. Probably should have checked to see what the ceiling on this plane was. Gotta be close to 10, right? Come down a little. Trying to speed up anyway. Was right. J-Rock 637. Nice if you could say hi to people in Microsoft Flight Sim. They need to figure that out. I mean, obviously people, they're flying in multiplayer mode. You can't see the plane, but they want to participate, Microsoft. Do you understand? You see what I'm saying? They want to participate with other people. That's why they're flying in multiplayer mode. However, they cannot interact. They cannot participate with other people. Why? Because there's no way to do it in game. But I think if you find out what there is a way to like click on their name or something and message them through MS Live or whatever your stupid Xbox thing is. By the way, mine is Captain Howdy. Captain Howdy. I don't use it. Never use it. I don't use Xbox. Yet, that's what I have to log into this game. So I don't know what people see me as. I think they see me as the Billy Mays. But I don't know. It sucks. Microsoft, fix it. Yeah, we're way off. Now let's fix it now that we got it established. Now, here's what we have to do. We're actually closer than I thought. We passed the VCN? Yeah. Alright. Where are we at? No, we didn't. I said, did we? No, we did. Okay. Get some speed going. Here's a question. Leave a comment in the chat. Type it now, whichever. Would you like to see the music in the background? There are services I can sign up for. But no. No. Really? Who the fuck put that on there? Heat dumps. Carb heat on. Yes. Not equal. Okay, we're good. Can go around if we have to. Under carriers. Fixed. Aircraft. Good there. Here we got our prop power. 100 RPM. Seatbelts and switches. Okay. Heat dumps. Alright. God damn. This is great. What does flight sim? What? Come on, get it. Reestablish the time around. Man, oh man. Now, I have the Atlantic City skyline installed. We can pick up. Your house down the beach, anybody? Over here. After 9 planes fly. Where it looks nice. No, I'm seeing a reflection. Like cargo netting in here? Oh. What? This damn thing kept hitting me in the head all the time. It put it back up. Knocked out by. Oh, really? There's. That looks like it. Greetings, salutations. If you're watching for the first time, thank you. Glad to see you're here. I am Billy Mays here, also known as the 50-something gamer. Watch me on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. I appreciate each one, everyone, whichever one. Right now I'm trying to buzz Atlantic City. I have the scenery pack installed for Atlantic City, New Jersey. You've seen me look down like that. It's not because I'm looking at the circuit breakers. It's because trying to see how many people are here, because Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, none of them tell you when someone comes into the room to watch. Which, okay, I think as a viewer, you should have the ability to turn that off and on. Want to be anonymous, or do you want to be announced as entering the room? Do you want to be said hi to? I think typically most people want to be. So, if you are watching, thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow. Do not send money. I'm not monetized. I will not be monetized. I highly doubt that my content is worth your hard-earned. But I am glad if you are here hanging out, having a good time, and we're chilling. Talk to me. Say hi. Tell me. Pilot. Do you like flying? Take lessons. Are you a sim pilot? What kind of gear do you have? Do you prefer one yoke over the other? One set of pedals? Yoke or joystick? Whichever. I am a student pilot as well as sim pilot. For most of my time sim piloting, whereas I'm the track to actual private pilots like. But as life goes, things slow that down and speed it up and such. I do have some video from some of my flights I'd be happy to share. Now we're just cruising up and down the skyline. We will land, turn it to nighttime, and look at the lights. This is the upgraded skyline pack for Atlantic City, which, you know, is not a terribly unpopular flight for people out of Philadelphia. Philadelphia, you got good ways. You take a tour of the Philadelphia skyline. It's not far to fly up to the skyline. You have the beach skyline here with Atlantic City. Basically controlling my altitude with my throttle and pitch. Yoke. What we're trying to do. Cruising it. And that airport is closed. Closed. That's not good flying. Could have avoided that. I had to switch over to something. Yeah, I was right. This airport is closed. Son of a bitch. That's really cool looking. The greetings, salutations. If this is your first time here with Billy Mays here, I am the 50-something gamer. We're flying over Atlantic City in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. This is a scenery pack that someone had uploaded to Fly.2. It cost nothing, and it looks good. I mean, it really looks good. If this is your first time here, I unfortunately do not get a notice that someone joined. Please don't be shy. Say hello. Type something in chat. Let us know you're here. I am a student pilot, and I am a professional flight simmer. I have a lot of time on flight sim. But I've been flying, taking lessons. And someday I hope to have my pilot's lessons. Private pilot, at least. This is the Atlantic City. Are you a student? A pilot? Are you a sim pilot? What's your favorite plane? General aviation excites you. Don't be shy, let us know. That airport's closed. The Microsoft Flight Sim has it lit up for some reason. But it does have the X's painted on the runway, strange enough. That is the Atlantic City airport over there. We have plenty of gas, but it is time to change the tanks. Deciding if I want to take the flight back to Philadelphia or we want to land here in Atlantic City. That's Ocean City. There's it directly in front of us, all the way Point Cape May, with Wildwood in between. If you grew up in Philadelphia, chances are you hung out in Wildwood as a kid. That was something that, I always think Wildwood was making a mistake. It's funny because the last 2 summers is what's been going on in the world with the My Sharona Cyrus kind of corrected that mistake for Wildwood, and I see it in my nephew and the kids around his age. When I was a kid, everybody worked down the shore. They had jobs down the shore. You either went to the mountains or you went down the shore. But most, I would say, went down the shore. We had all these kids working down the shore. And, well, you build up a nostalgia, if you will, for that, in my opinion. Like, you went there, you're going to go there as an adult. And they were kind of ruining that for a while because what they were doing was they were bringing in European, Baltic, Slavic bloc workers. What? Yeah, well, they were paying slave wages. You can't do right now. You can't bring them workers in because of stuff that was passed with the type of visas, but mostly because of COVID. Or I just probably got my stream shut down. My Sharona Cyrus stopped them from quote unquote students in. But what would happen is they would set up a hospitality school, and you would be quote unquote enrolled as a student, and you would be doing your internship at the hotel industry and all over the resort towns. Myrtle Beach, Wildwood, New Jersey, you name it. Wherever it's a resort town, that's what we had. Um, it killed the kids. The kids weren't working down the shore. And that probably knocked out 2 or 3 generations of people that would feel obligated to go to the beach. Alright, so we're going to land at the ACY. We have to go through our Sea Gumps checklist for landing. Or, yeah. Okay, on. I'll put it on the first time. Gas, we got on the right tank, and we got enough to go around if we undercarriage. Fixed wheels, we don't have to worry about bringing up. Mixture is set to full. Okay. Props / power. Go ahead. Start sending. Belts and switches. Light on. So I have to figure out how to do this a little bit better when I'm doing stuff on the fly with the VR. Normally, so what I would have done is if I was flying with VATSIM, which I'm not right now, because there's really no controllers for this area, and I wanted to fly in this area. But normally I would find an area where VATSIM was. I would look up my airports, I'd get the ATIS information. I would call in, say, that city, this is Turkey. November 261 Papa, which is my VATSIM. And I would call that in, just like I would if I was taking a lesson. Good practice for taking the lesson. But since I did this on the fly, I don't know what the ATIS and all this stuff is. And honestly, I have to learn how to use this 430, or this is the 530 or 550. The Garmin here can do all that for you if you learn how to use it. So there's a 430 there as well. So I probably should learn how to use them. I typically only fly in planes with 6-packs, not with the fancy. We're good here on a nice glide slope. High. Put some flaps. Keep looking to the right and down because I'm checking chat. I get hollered at to speed up. Someone else in the pattern like, oh, come on, get under there. What are you doing, son? I'm paying $50 every 15 minutes. Microsoft Flight Sim is absolutely beautiful, though. I give it that. So if you don't know, them lights there. 4 of them. You want 2 on the left to be white and 2 on the right to be red. All white too high, all red you're dead, too low. Sorry about that. That cough wasn't. And my watch is going off. What just happened in the news? That's enough flying today. What did you do? Whew. I forget that.
Wow.
Wow. Ben, you here, Ben? I think the others are bots. I'm not sure. Why doesn't my Steam work? Down here. What's up with that? Why can't I see my Steam? How do we fix that? For that. Oh, try it this way. Okay. I wonder why it blocks that. Is that a feature that I don't know about? Anyway, again, thanks for watching. If you are watching, this is Billy Mays here. I am the 50 something gamer. Stream on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Although I think I'll stop Facebook and just keep Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, I think YouTube might get some people that never seen me before, and Twitch there's no discoverability. So that's that. In VR, this is definitely favorite view. Oh, I love flying. Have not tried. I haven't done helicopters in a long time. Have not tried this. Star Wars. Well, I haven't tried that. Figure it out. Gang 5, great game. The Grand Theft Auto car. Gorilla Tag I did not like. Back. Yeah, I did not. It's funny though. This damn thing, I guess, taking off. When I was playing it and streaming it, there was like 80 people a day playing it. Go figure. Downloading 5 or 6 items. Pavlov is cool. Oh, yeah, my kid did something where like the can't see the store. I told him to set it up for family sharing. Did something to where only I have to lot anyway. I have to watch 100 YouTube videos to try to figure. I love Beat Saber, but I like the modded Beat. Like some uh, that will say, hey, thanks for watching. See you next time.